I'm your host, Manuel Rodriguez, the first Vice President of HISD Board of Education. Recent data released by the Texas Education Agency shows that more HISD students are earning their diplomas on time, and the number of students dropping out is on the decline. The four-year graduation rate for the HISD class of 2010 was 74.3%, a 4.3 improvement from the prior year. The dropout rate, meanwhile, is headed in the opposite direction and now stands at 12.6%, a 3.2% decline from 2009. One of the many successful efforts HISD has created to reach out to students who have dropped out is the Grads Within Reach Walk. Every September, volunteers canvass Houston area neighborhoods looking for students who have not returned to school in an effort to convince them to come back and earn a high school diploma. This September will be the 8th year of this initiative, and joining me to tell us more is Jesse Marche with the HISD Department of Student Engagement. Hello, Jesse. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good to see you. I hadn't seen you a couple of years now, I guess.
It's a pleasure to be here with you,
Do
sir.
we keep you busy?
Absolutely. Always on the roll.
You're now with Student Engagement.
That's correct, yes.
And we're here to talk about Grads Within Reach.
That's correct. Yes, sir. It's a Grads Within Reach Walk.
And this is a new name, but tell me a little bit about the history.
Yes, sir. Grads Within Reach is formerly known as the Reach Out to Dropout Walk. Initiated back in 2004. This is the 8th year that HISD will host this wonderful initiative.
So this is where volunteers from Houston go out knocking doors right after the school year begins to see if we can recruit and bring back students who have not returned.
That's correct. We reach out to volunteers that have time to commit for one day. This year the walk is scheduled for Saturday, September 10th, 2011. And basically is reaching out to students who either did not return the first day of school, and also for students who dropped out the previous year.
And so you gave the date, September 10th.
Yes, sir.
From what time to what time?
Well, we ask a commitment for our volunteers to be between 8 a.m. till about noon. We've seen a pattern where some schools have finished early. Of course, the less number of students would be a nice number to see from the participating schools.
Well, I know I've participated, and I know that one of our goals is that one day we'll never have to do this because
Exactly.
we'll have everybody coming back and everybody graduated. But in the meantime, if someone does have the time and the availability, how should they contact your office so that they can become a volunteer?
Okay. All the volunteer information, we do have it posted on the HISD website at www.houstonisd.org. All the information is available to identify individuals that do have the time to come in on this one day, September 10th, 2011, where they can come in, designate themselves, select a school. It could be a school in their neighborhood. It could be a group of individuals that would like to focus on one campus. And it could also be organizations, faith-based groups, and even some community leaders, some elected officials that will be coming in and go out on that one day to assist the district to not only make contact with the students, but also we do reach out to the parents where we get additional information where the parents indicate if the students have left the district, left the Houston school zone. They also indicate if they've left the country or any other situation where we can code them appropriately and get that information from either a parent or a relative that's still living in that same address.
Yeah, it's very important to know what happened to the children and why they didn't return, so that we don't miscount them or encode them, as you say, incorrectly. Now, on the volunteers, how long does it take for a volunteer to clear? Because they do have to go through some sort of clearance, don't they?
Well, in this situation, The information that is provided, the printout information, it's basic directory information. So that the pieces of information that are available, it's under the FERPA law.
Okay.
We do have either a campus or central office personnel, HISD personnel, that will handle that information. They take the lead with the group that goes out to the neighborhoods.
And when our volunteers gather at the schools, they're not going to go out by themselves. They'll be hooked up with a team, to where a team will be visiting the houses, and there will be spokesmen that will actually knock to the door, and someone will record the information so that everyone is safe and we're not putting someone out in harm's way, as one would say.
That is correct. We will target the homes that we have listed as our teams. We do have an HISD personnel, whether it's a campus person, a teacher within the school district, or even a central office individual. They take the lead. Although we do ask all volunteers that register to come in, we do have a 1 hour training to prepare the volunteers, and we go through scenarios to prepare them how to answer and how to assist with the triage group that goes out to the homes.
So if there's any parent or student right now that would like to come back to the school district and not have to wait for someone to knock on their door, what can they do right now?
Well, there are a couple of things that they can do. The first thing they can do is, if a student is still living within the school zone of the last school they attended, we recommend that they pay a visit to that campus. They have to remember that campus will have their transcripts, an administrator, a counselor, a registrar. They can do a transcript review on the spot and do a side-by-side comparison of what courses the students have taken and what courses they still need to complete their graduation requirements. That's number one. That's the most basic step. Also, if a student is coming from out of district, we recommend that they can go onto the website and see what school they're zoned to. We ask them to bring in their transcripts from the last school they attended out of district, and again, they do the side-by-side comparison. All in all, if there are several obstacles for them or other questions outside of that, they can visit the HISD website or call the Department of Student Engagement at 713-556-7017, and most of the time they will speak to me.
Jesse, for students that we reach or parents that we reach to come back to school, what are some of the options that they have if they're just missing just a few courses or credits? How can we help them finish their educational process?
Yes. A student can visit, again, their home school, and assisted by one of the administrators after reviewing the transcripts to make sure that everything is in place and to see what credits are needed. There are some options available for each student depending on their situation, depending on what credits are needed. Also, that comes into play is make sure that they have completed the tax requirements. Within the school district, within our HISD school district, we do have some charter schools. We have some alternative programs. Our newly developed program, which is the HISD Grad Labs, they are in the high schools, where we have a graduation coach that focuses on assisting students on credit recovery. With the Grad Labs, there are online credit recovery courses that are available for the students.
And I understand we also have what's called Twilight, which is a afternoon, evening, and Saturday course completion program.
That is correct. We do have some campuses that do house the Twilight program. This is, again, it's the advanced academic course online, where we have non-traditional hours for students that have situations whether they have children of their own, where they have to work, and some different schedules that do not fit in with a traditional school hour schedule.
So there's many things that these children could take advantage of. They just need to call us and find out, and we can help them get their high school diploma.
That's correct. Yes, they are. And that's the most important thing, is getting educated on the options, not only for the students, but also for the parents.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I've already got my hat and my walking shoes ready for September the 10th. So appreciate you coming
Thank you,
out
sir.
today, all right?
Thank you.